Konami just announced a new version of Dance Dance Revolution. Let's learn a little more about it. So the official DDR Twitter account just dropped this post here. The next DDR is going to be titled Dance Dance Revolution World. It's got an interesting new look to it. It's very, very green. This logo looks unlike anything we've ever seen in a DDR series. They got rid of the serpentine font. The O kind of looks a little familiar. Maybe it's more like Mountain Dew or Baja Blast. So let's walk through this with the power of Google Translate. So they posted Dance Dance Revolution World, a major version upgrade for DDR has been decided. It's called Dance Dance Revolution World. The teaser site has also opened, so check it out. So let's take a look. Like right from the start, we can see that Emmy and Rage, that's got to be Emmy and Rage, right? That is, because I didn't recognize them at first, but that has to be Emmy and Rage. They have a whole new, edgy, very colorful look. Like a very huge contrast to the monotonous green color here. But yeah, these character designs right here are very bright, very colorful, very edgy. You can see that Rage has some pretty cool references to the game on his jacket. You got the Maniac mode foot up here, the DDR arrows. I'm not sure what this is going for. Don't punch the game. Don't punch the screen. There's a Zukin smiling at us right here. But yeah, Emmy and Rage right now, they're looking very cool. Let's see if we can translate this part of the site. I don't think we can. I think this is just images. Stay tuned for more information. So I guess we're going to find out more about what DDR World is about later. Click here for details. All right, let's take a look. The power of Google Translate. Please carry us through this. So there are a couple of date ranges here. DP acquisition period, also known as double penetration. I think it means dance points. Anyway, Dance Dance Revolution World Announcement Commemoration Original Goods Campaign. So there are 3 special items you can get from this. I guess it's a pre-release event. There's a Emmy and Rage poster, B1 size poster, a couple of EMU's passes. One of them has Rage, one of them has Emmy. DP acquisition period starts on May 8th, which is by the time this video is uploaded today until May 26th. 2024, and then the application period is May 8th to May 28th. So I guess this means this is the sign-up period. This application will end when the total number of application reaches the upper limits. So I guess this is a very, not just limited time, but limited sign-ups. This campaign may be changed, interrupted, or canceled without notice. Interesting. I guess you can apply by clicking on this link here. Makes you log in. So it seems like there is a limited quantity of these posters and EMU's cards. There seems to be a limit of 1,000 posters. That seems very few. Is that 900? Is that the quantity? 988 and 997? I guess in Japan time, it just started now as I started recording. Seems like everybody is going for the Emmy card first. No one's gone for the poster yet. Yeah, it seems like it started off with a quantity of 1,000 for each item. All right, so there's a lot of information down here about the event. Looks like a bunch of rules and conditions. All right, here we go. So let's collect double dance points. DP can be earned by playing Dance Dance Revolution A3 or purchasing eligible products at the e-amusement purchasing department. So you can literally pay to win? Is that what this is telling us? DP is accumulated for each play of data of e-amusement pass. So every time you play a game of DDR-A3, you earn dance points. DP that can be earned by playing Dance Dance Revolution A3 can only be earned while playing in Japan. DDR World. I guess the only world that matters is Japan. DP accumulated by purchasing products at the e-amusement purchasing department will only be accumulated in the play data of the e-amusement pass that is being referenced at the time of purchase. So I guess there is some stuff that you can buy that will count towards your DP amount. It may take some time for the DP to be reflected. DP saved in other campaigns cannot be used in this campaign. Okay, fair. The following DP will be collected for each mode. So so it's not like EX points. It's more like how much you spend. So it really is pay to win. So if you spend 6,000 DP, you can qualify for one of these posters. And if you spend 4,500 DP, you can qualify for getting one of these e-amusement passes. So it looks like here we can get 100 DP for normal play, 120 for premium play, and 360 for galaxy play. You can collect the following DP when purchasing from the e-amusement purchasing department. DDR Grand Prix Song Pack Volume 25 and 26. Items like that. So you can buy an e-amuse song pack, or maybe just one of those two. Either of those two, maybe both of them, and get a 1980 DP out of buying those. Check the accumulated DP on the application page. So once you reach that threshold, 4,500 DP or 6,000, whatever item you're going for, then apply with the accumulated DP. Application conditions. This is the fun part here. To those who have registered the correct address, name, and phone number and email address in their Konami ID. For those living in Japan, so you can only qualify to get these items if you're living in Japan. And here's the kicker: if you use an overseas forwarding service, you will not be supported. Anyone using like Baiyi or Tenso, that's what I used for getting the official DDR pad. They will not give it to you. For those whose Konami ID registration information is an address in Japan, those who agree to the precautions for this campaign. So this whole thing, this pre-release thing only applies to people playing in Japan, people living in Japan. Sorry, the rest of the world. When they mean DDR World, they just mean Japan. And there's some other notes here. And then here's a bunch of notes that probably do not matter to us living outside of Japan. But yeah, since there really isn't a lot of information about Dance Dance Revolution World, it's really only open to speculation. What do you think DDR World is going to look like? What do you think it's going to be like? Do you think they're going to revamp the game? Is it going to have a new engine? Or is it just going to be a reskin just like all the other previous versions? I hope that they actually change the game entirely. I think they need to make a drastic change in some way for us to really care about the next version. And the title is kind of funny because anybody that's playing DDR outside of Japan knows how Konami has been towards foreigners, outsiders, people living outside the country. To call it DDR World and also exclude the rest of the world, outside of Japan, is just kind of ironic, funny, I guess. But about the game itself, just looking at the logo, it's definitely a very different logo than traditional Dance Dance Revolution. They finally dropped the ace out of the name. The font is different. So I'm thinking they are alluding to entirely different look. I hope it looks different because, DDR has looked the same since forever. I don't think there has really been a fundamental change to how DDR has looked since DDR-X. Whenever a new version of DDR gets announced, we always have like this giant wish list of things that we would love to see from the game. Customizable speed mods, certain songs that you would like to bring in, licensed music, maybe even revamp the difficulty system again. I honestly think we might be due for another difficulty revamp. I think this game is due for an entire overhaul. Change the look entirely, change the engine. I'm not sure what they can really do to change the game up to really differentiate it from the rest of the series, if that is even their goal. Like, we always got to think about, expectation versus reality. What are we expecting? New music, new features, new look, wider variety of charts, maybe higher difficulty charts. We've been seeing a lot of those in A3, honestly. A global release, like an actual global release, 120 hertz maybe, to match it up with DDR Grand Prix. Actually, speaking of DDR Grand Prix, that's another question I have, because I'm wondering if Grand Prix is going to be updated to reflect the new look of the new game, because that's what they did when they updated DDR Grand Prix. They had the DDR A20 Plus theme essentially, and then when the next update came, everything pretty much matched DDR-A3. I'm expecting it to look like the new game if they're going to update DDR Grand Prix as well. Yeah, do you think arcade DDR is going to be able to support 120 hertz? Can the gold cabs even do that right now? Or are they going to have to release a new batch of DDR cabs to be able to support 120 hertz? That's if they update the game to support 120 hertz. And depending how major of an update this is, they're probably going to wipe all your scores. Sorry, all of your personal bests are most likely going to be gone. All the EMU's records wiped out. But yeah, that we can only speculate right now. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see out of DDR World, what you think might be coming, what you think it would look like, what you would want it to look like. And by the looks of these dates, I feel like we can expect something new to be announced after this pre-release event. So end of May, maybe into June, we'll probably hear more information about DDR World. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.